welcome to 2024. We're just a few short days into the new year, and it means new starts, new opportunities, some fresh goals. And I'm going to address a theme that we should face and that we might face. Some of us have already faced it, and that is failure. Now, I can imagine the look on your face because of all things, I'm going to talk about failure right at the beginning of the year. Don't worry, this is not a Debbie Downer episode. I guarantee you, by the end, you're going to be motivated, inspired, and stimulated. I mean, after all, who hasn't faced some tough times through life and then gotten out of it, right? But I promise you, today I'm going to share with you how to be strong through failure. First off, let's get the elephant out of the way. Failure hurts. Oh, the agony of defeat when you try to reach for a goal only to fall short of it, right? I mean, who remembers handing an assignment in class only to get a bad grade, or applying for a job only to be told, "We're sorry. After careful consideration, we decided to pursue over the other candidates." It's not a fun feeling, is it? Well, there are two options that you can pursue. The first one, you can wallow in self pity and say, "Game over, call it quits." The other one is that you can figure out what went wrong, where you can improve, and from there on, you can make a plan to attain your goal, get your goal. You might even surpass your goal. I don't know about you, but the other option sounds a lot better. And once you look back at the obstacles that you went through and you reach your success moment, you will have the following realization and valuable life lesson: your failures do not define you. In fact, I want you now to say it. Your failures do not define you. Take a look at this former core anchor in Baltimore. This person had a lucrative career ahead, and they co-hosted the news for a little bit of time, and then they lost their position because they were deemed unfit for television. From there, a new opportunity presented itself, and it was in Chicago. They started hosting a TV show, a local TV show in the morning. Then it became syndicated nationwide and had some pretty good success. Now, how many people are realizing, am I talking about, is he talking about Oprah? Well, in this case, you are correct. That's right. And also, if you are thinking, Oprah got called unfit for television? Yeah, you're not the only one. Yeah, I know. Oprah unfit for television? Take a moment to digest the irony. The same Oprah Winfrey that has her own TV network, the no, Oprah Winfrey that has her magazine, a production company. I mean, she could have said game over after after her work in Baltimore was didn't work out. But no, she reinvented herself as a talk show host, as an entrepreneur, and look where she is now. Her failures did not define her. She actually got stronger through failure. Or this other person is another example. It's a very interesting story. Imagine this: they no, they actually go to try out for their varsity team. Only problem is they were too short, but eventually they ended up playing in college, then ended up in the NBA. Yet in the NBA, here's some of their stats: not over 300 missed games. Apparently, 9,000 missed shots. Wait, I misspoke. What I meant to say was 300 losses and 9,000 missed shots. Sometimes my brain works a little too fast when trying to speak. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I mean, think of all the slam dunks they missed, all the jump shots. I mean, which NBA player could that be? Which NBA player could that be? Yeah, it's Michael Jordan, of all people. But that's not the Michael Jordan that people remember. We remember Michael Jordan as the 6-time NBA champion, 6-time finals MVP. Air Jordan, the man who has a shoe line after him, the wealthiest athlete, the man who has two three-peats. He has a Netflix show based on the whole story of him, The Last Dance. But that's not the one. And not to mention, he's on the Mount Rushmore of the greatest basketball players of all time. Yet all these failures that has happened, that's not the no, that's not how we remember. What happened instead of wallowing in self pity? He practiced his jump shots. He gained muscle at the gym. He no, he just got better. And it also helped that he had a growth spurt when he applied again for college, and eventually he became the man he is today. Once again, it goes to show you that your failures do not define you. You've heard me say it now, once again, wherever you are, repeat it again. Your failures do not define you. Or even take this example. This person was actually working for 5 years with the same company, and then for about 6 years, they struggle with unemployment. During that time, they sent over 2,000 resumes. There's been some contract jobs, some short-term living, full-time jobs, but they didn't work out. He had to be persistent during that time because it was tough. I mean, unemployment was his biggest adversary. along with his health, because he had epilepsy and he couldn't even drive. I mean, his seizures were recurring so often that he had that his driver's license was suspended for 6 years. No work, no driving, but it built character in this person. But finally, they found they changed their lifestyle so that they could be healthier. They tailored their resume and changed their job hunting method, and they tailored their resume for the right position, and perfected their job interview skills so that they could get the position. Finally, this person has been seizure free for 5 years and has been working full time for a year and a half. This person is now hosting a podcast and telling you the story of how to be strong through failure. You cannot allow yourself to say game over, because in those tough moments, this is when your true character comes out. You have an opportunity to make yourself over. You have the opportunity to build resiliency, to build character. I'm excited about the opportunities that are lying ahead for you. And for everything that is happening, I wish you nothing but the best. With that in mind, Happy New Year. And remember, stay true.